All right, we've said it before and we'll say it again. We are in a golden age of television, which is now reflected in the nominations for the Primetime Emmy Awards, a list full of new contenders.
I don't like you, you don't like me.
The true Hollywood story of Bette Davis and Joan Crawford's infamous rivalry was one of this year's TV breakouts, and the sumptuous Shade Fest just landed an impressive 18 Emmy nominations, including one that pits its stars against each other in real life. More on that in a minute, but first, it's Westworld, and we're just living in it.
I'm closer to finding what I'm looking for.
The sci-fi spectacle earned a leading 22 nominations, tying for the most nods with, surprise, Saturday Night Live. The sketch show's 42nd season earned it more nominations than ever before, including a Best Supporting Actor nod for Alec Baldwin and his memorable Trump impressions.
Well, what a difference just 59 Tomahawk missiles can make.
Indeed, the political climate of the last year led to renewed relevance for SNL and its most watched season in 23 years. As for Westworld, it's one of the leaders in the Best TV Drama category. Of course, that race is more interesting than usual this year, since long-reigning champ Game of Thrones is ineligible due to a later-than-usual season. That allowed 5 of the 7 nominees to be brand new shows, including 3 streaming series, Netflix's Stranger Things, and The Crown, as well The Handmaid's Tale, based on, of course, Canadian author Margaret Atwood's 1985 dystopian novel of the same name. Speaking of drama, we smell a big little feud brewing.
They hated each other, and we loved them for it.
The Best Actress in a Limited Series category is a showdown between 2 spectacular female-led projects, Feud Betty and Joan versus Big Little Lies. All 4 leading ladies, Susan Sarandon, Jessica Lange, Nicole Kidman, and Reese Witherspoon, are nominated.
But we need this picture to work, both of us.
Now, we must mention the names left off the ballot. The Gilmore Girls revival got no love, and Jimmy Fallon was snubbed in a big way. The Tonight Show wasn't nominated as Fallon's show struggles to find its place in a newly political landscape on late-night TV. The 2017 Primetime Emmy Awards will take place mid-September. Stephen Colbert will host.
They have the power to control the winds and the tides.
I think that mermaids represent a certain sort of powerfulness and independence.
And that is what filmmaker Ali Weinstein wants to portray in her thought-provoking new documentary, Mermaids. Terry Hart caught up with Ali to talk about exploring a subculture of people living the mermaid lifestyle.
I always felt like I was outside looking in.
I found this growing subculture of people who dress up in custom-made, very expensive, realistic silicone tails, and they get together and mermaid together.
Like it's a verb?
It's a verb, yeah. It's an activity.
You know you can't breathe, but you almost feel like you can.
Mermaids is playing at the Hot Docs Ted Rogers Cinema in Toronto starting today, before moving on to theaters throughout the rest of the country over the course of the summer. And coming up on Monday, we'll have more from Terry's chat with Cara Delevingne about her new sci-fi flick.